Yo, what's up, guys? I'm here with my boy Spencer. Spencer, where we at?
We're at Union in Tampa over in West Shore, about to go see our guy, Jeff Gigante, super successful restaurateur in the area, and he's about to spit some knowledge.
Bro, I can't wait. Wait till you see the food, man. Like, I don't know if we're gonna show all the food. We'll show a little bit, but you guys are really gonna love Jeff. He's got some really good nuggets that you guys can learn from. He's got the top restaurants in town. A lot of people may be mad at me for saying that my friends that own restaurants, but I'm telling you, he's got the top restaurants in Tampa Bay area and maybe St. Pete next. So we're just gonna have some great food. We're gonna talk to the owner a little bit, just kind of like chop it up.
Hey,
This is
how's
the
it
man
going?
right here.
Oh, you got the little furry mic. I
What's
love
up,
it.
brother?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
What's up,
Good to see you, man.
So funny. We were just talking about the owner. Here he is. Well, first off, how are you?
I'm great, man. So it's a very busy time getting ready to open Forbici St. Pete
I'll set
at
this here and
Sundial.
work.
And so I'm living across the bay now.
Oh, nice.
So in St. Pete 2 times a day, but we're getting very close and I'm excited. That's my hometown. Like that's where I'm from. So to bring, this concept back there in such a significant way is super exciting.
So, you're here and there, or you're just there now?
No, I'm here and there, but just when we open any concept, I'm in that concept a majority of my time for the first 6 months, just to make sure we get off on the right foot, and the branding and the voice, the tonality of what we're trying to push out there is as pure as it can be.
So,
Does that change from like location to location? Like, do you have to slightly adjust, or do you have like
does,
kind of like a brand kit that you follow? And
It's a great question. So we're coastal there. We're a few 1.5 blocks from the water. So we're making a little more coastal Italian. So we've added our clams oreganata. We're doing shrimp fra diavolo. We're doing a little more seafood, oysters on the half shell. So yeah, we do change them regionally and coastally if we're going to be on the coast.
Nice.
So I'm excited about that. And
so this will be how many restaurants so far?
so this is number 4. Number 5 has already started construction.
you got the Mexican one coming up too,
the
right?
Coastal Mexican Steakhouse.
And the thing about
Nice,
it
man.
is they're all successful.
All the food's amazing.
Okay, so let's
We're very blessed. We've got a very good formula. We're
So
just
let's
going to
touch
ride
on-
that thing out to the sunset.
So let's
Yeah.
touch on that, right, Jeff?
Yeah.
So you found success very early, right?
Yes, sir.
When you started kind of in this industry, what was
Yeah.
your first venture?
So, what really got me hooked was the most unsuccessful of all my ventures, which was I opened up a pizzeria my senior year at Florida State.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, Gigamo Brothers, Pizza and Pasta. My best friend and childhood buddy, his last name was Adamo, and I'm Gigante, so we put the 2 names together and came up with Gigamo.
So you were actually making the pizza.
Making everything. Absolutely. Yeah, borrowed 30 grand from a rich high school buddy of ours and rented a place, built it out, did everything, opened up, and we're very successful right out of the gate. But my partner, my best friend's dad, who was a restaurateur from Italy, was supposed to kind of come in for the first couple of weeks and teach us everything. Well, he got deported right before we opened back to Italy. So like we were on the phone, $800 phone bill all night learning how to make the sauce, the dough, all that shit.
With no AI.
No way, bro. Phones weren't smart back then. We literally had a
dumb phones
20-foot
back then.
cord in the back of our dough room,
Yeah.
talking to
That's
Italy,
hilarious.
like how we make the dough and how's the water feel, a little warm, a little
Yeah.
hot, it was insane.
Yeah.
But that's entrepreneurship, man. That's
Right,
what it is.
yeah.
Getting
You
kicked in the
figure
teeth
shit out.
time and time again.
Yeah.
When I speak to all the college kids, which is my passion, I let them know you learn nothing or very little from success. All of your lessons come from failure. Learn the quicker you get to that success.
Yeah.
So that for me is
I
what
love
it's all
that.
about. So started that, borrowed that money.
You know what's so funny? This isn't about me, but I literally just did a post on Instagram before I walked in your door, and I said I had an artist that hit me up, and the artist said he lives in Wisconsin. He says, "Can you share my page?" And I said, "Bro, I don't really do that. I'll share my friends' restaurants, and
Right.
places that I'm at." I said, "But I'm not just gonna give you the handout." And so
You
I-
worked your ass off for your
so
following.
I love to hear Jeff's story of the, I don't want to say rags to riches, but right? I mean,
I was a discount lunch,
That's
C
what-
student, yes.
And anyone in town that will speak about Jeff will talk about how great and genuine he is.
That's very sweet.
And I really mean that. I'm not just saying that. He's one of the nicest guys, and he's like that to everyone. He has the most famous celebrities come here, and then he has the dorks like us, and he treats us all the same, baby.
Bro, come on. We're all,
But
we
anyways,
all put
don't
our
get me
pants
wrong.
on one leg at a time.
Yeah, but that's funny. That just happened because I think there's a beauty in the journey.
Yeah.
Opposed, people don't understand that.
And a
till they
guy
do.
like that, like, you know, again, I give it to him for the hustle, but like he should have taken from that. It's like, listen, bro, I built it. If I can build it, you definitely can build it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, when I speak to the college kids, I tell them, look, discount lunch kid. I got one pair of shoes a year, C student, but I was selling golf balls at 9 years old, making $200 a day in 1978. Mom was giving me shit about not doing good in school. I'm like, Mom, I'm making more money than the teacher right now. So don't worry about me. I'm gonna be great.
You have a
Yeah, so
you
it's
come from a background of just grind. You know, what I mean?
100%.
Where are you from? You're St. Pete?
So I was born in New Jersey, but I grew up in St. Petersburg. My
There-
mom moved us down here when I was 2.
Yeah. There's something I feel like in the genes of people that live in the Northeast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
that-
different grit
100%.
and a different grind. I'm from Connecticut. So like anytime I
Yep.
meet somebody from the Northeast, like it's different. I can't explain it, but there's a different type of work ethic and grind. And,
Yeah, we're
and
blessed to have University of Tampa here.
Yeah.
They're all from the Northeast.
Yeah, right.
So we hire them as soon as they come in sight unseen because they've got
Nice.
that
Good
family work ethic
Yeah.
built into their genetics.
I love
it's
that.
Don't you
Great.
feel like the kids are kind of hard to find good workers nowadays?
They are.
Why is that? What's your
Well,
opinion on
it's
that? Why?
because I think this whole millennial generation has this instant gratification built into their genetics, and they feel like if they can't get it now, that pat on the back or that good job or attaboy, then it's not the place for me. I got to move on. And, you know, that's not what it's about. Like, you know, in our day growing up, you were the first one in, last to leave, and you outworked everybody in the room. That's how you got noticed. Because that boss is like, who's that kid out there? He was done 2 hours ago. Oh, that's Jason. He just, everyone else, what he can do for them.
Mm-hmm.
Have that kid come meet me tomorrow morning. Like, that's the kind of stuff, like these kids nowadays, like,
How do you
I'm going to read you a text.
How do we
Like,
find them? How do
well,
we find them?
you got to build them. You got to build them. You really do. I'm reading you a text. So
I
my
hope you're
son,
listening to this.
Yeah,
You
I
just
am
said this
listening
this
to it.
morning.
No,
so
I know.
this is my buddy Will has he built an ammunition company. He's an ex-special forces guy, real estate investor, just a super sharp entrepreneur. And so my son is like, he's like a STEM kid, kind of a little bit nerdy, but very cool, very engineering minded and STEM minded. And he wants to like be a weapons manufacturer. He's like wants to
No
go to
family
school for.
business?
Well, he's got this to fall back on. He works for me like every summer. He's going away to college up in Tallahassee.
Would you?
I would love him to because he's all heart like me. But that being said, I'm not going to push it on him or force it on him. It's here for him. And I told both my kids, this is the deal. You will have mom and dad's support forever as long as you're trying to better your life and move your life forward. You fuck off and play video games and fail out of school. Get used to working in a warehouse because that's how it's going to be. Because here's what your life costs right now that I'm floated. But this is, so I got him a job with my buddy. And actually, Will reached out and said, we just got 2 massive contracts for millions of pieces of ammunition from neighboring countries, and I need help. And I said to my son's like, you know, because I take him shooting every week and he loves it. Just turned 18, so he's weapons and so he's like, oh my God, he's actually making bullets right now in a warehouse in Brandon.
Oh, cool.
Who would have thought the owner of the most successful restaurant in Tampa, which is I think non-negotiable. People will say something, but hands down.
But this is my
he's
son.
making bullets.
Who I've tried to put in all of the hustle, but here's
Maybe
what he
we
goes.
shouldn't put that in there. His son's making bullets.
Yeah, but here's what Will says.
He's trying to take over the house.
Ciro's doing great. He's not a lover of tedious manual labor, but it's good character building. I said, he's loving it. Thanks so much. And please push him when needed. He said, he's a great kid. It's a different environment here, but the guys love him. So
Nice.
that for me is, you know, that's him trying to fuck off a little bit, not want to do the labor. But that's what life is, bro. Where's your success come where hard work wasn't a part of it?
It's so I'm a strong believer in you have to burn out, right? And you don't have to burn out forever. But one of the first things that I said when we started Flying Oak is I looked Spencer in the face and I said, hey, you want to do this, right? And he goes, yeah, bro, we're gonna fucking kill it. And we are killing it.
God bless.
Yeah, but hard work. But the first thing I told him, Jeff, I said, you have to burn the hell out for this to work.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm ready. And I said, remember, I should have recorded it.
Yeah.
Because the shit that I heard out of his mouth, like 6 months in, 8 months in, he's like, no, I can't. I'm tired. I
Yeah,
can't
I'm not
sleep."
making any money. No, this
Yeah,
is
and
terrible.
I said, bro, this is the only way it's gonna work. So my success came from that, and I've actually taken a step back, and I'm enjoying life now.
Good.
I just beat a video game last night. Don't tell Spencer.
Love that.
Because I should be doing some flying. Don't
No.
shit. But look, the balance of everything is what is so important. You can't burn out your whole life, but there is a period to where you have the energy to burn out. And I advise people, and you'll probably say the same, you want to burn out because it's so important to put in that legwork to get it to where it's at, to where you can step back a
Bro,
little bit.
entrepreneurship is making the progressive choice of doing what others won't for as long as needed to where you get to do what others can't.
Say that one more time.
Entrepreneurship is doing what others won't for as long as it is needed so you get to live a life that others can't.
That's good.
And that, again, you don't know how long that is, 6 months, and it starts to take off. Like for me, I romanticize the times when I didn't know when we were going to make payroll. Like this next period, we're opening June 24th for Fortitude. This next period, this next 2 weeks, I'm salivating because this is the time that I get to be on the edge of pins and needles, the edge of my seat, so nervous that people might not come. I might fall right on my face. And
They're
have
coming.
a $7 million club.
Yeah.
But, for me, I feel most alive. I'm on the edge. People are going to, hopefully they all come. They get it. They love it. They're all part of it. The community surrounds us and really accepts us. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm working my ass off to make sure that it
it'll
does.
happen, bro, because I go through the same thing when I have my shows.
Yeah.
And
What if no one comes?
yeah, but the thing about it is we do the legwork now.
Yes.
Ahead of time,
Oh, bro,
so
I'm-
And then it
know-
pays off for the show.
Yes, 100%.
So like I don't.
But nothing's for granted, bro. Like you've
Right.
got to put in that work. That's I'm trying to teach my son.
Yeah.
Dad, can we go do this? I'm in St. Pete. Dad,
Jeff,
can we
what
do
have
that?
you
I'm in
Jeff,
St. Pete.
what have you really failed at in the restaurant?
I had a few failures, a few $100,000 losses. Daily Eat Sarasota was a disaster.
Was it?
Chicho's Carrollwood, disaster.
Location
those were-
reasons?
well, we thought the locations were good, but we didn't really do a lot of our footwork, and we were starting to kind of, drink our own bathwater.
Yeah.
And we had massive failures. And at that time, I was a big investor in, those startups, and I lost that money, man. I never want to be
Was
to
that
the
your
point
worst
where,
one, you'd say?
yeah, I would say those are the worst.
Why did that one not work?
Which one? Daily Eat?
Yeah, like hindsight being
Yeah,
2020.
So here's why.
If you could adjust anything.
We were in UTC Town Center.
Which is amazing. Is it overpopulated?
It's amazing, but what is Daily Eat? It's a breakfast diner. So who's going to a town center that's not opening for 3 hours to have breakfast?
But isn't
And it's not
predominantly old
surrounded-
people in that area?
Well, no, not predominantly old
Most
people.
old people are up at 5 in the morning.
I know, but it's not nearby residential. It's all business. So like if we were on the edge of a big neighborhood, it would make sense.
Yeah.
And right next door, we did both of them. Daily Eats
Good.
and French Kitchen crushed it and crushes it to this day. We sold Daily Eats Maple Biscuit Company. They failed. To another company, they failed. And the third one is in there and it's starting to do well, but it's like a lunch and dinner concept. So it was poor oversight on our part. I learned a big lesson from that. Like I'm not taking anything for granted.
Now, in that situation, right, like if you're going to go do it again, do you do more market research? Like
Yes.
what's the
Oh,
big
yeah.
thing that you do
Well,
in that
the
situation?
beauty of hindsight is 2020, but now, we use AI a ton, and
Yeah.
we use, market analytics a ton, and we have an entire real estate team now that, I'm in this next iteration of my life and career. I left that group, lessons from all the failures there to build this company. So we're better. I'm not saying we're great and we're done, but we're learning, but we're better now. My partner, Andrew Wright, who does this for massive real estate and capital projects that he, just bought the Rivergate, the beer can building, owns 1 and 2 Urban Center, owns this entire center. He does that based on tons of data in.
Nice.
So he gets the best data analytics, things are moving, and so now he helps with all of that high-powered perception on our restaurant world. And so, like, I've got the best of the best, making sure that we don't have another Daily Eat Sarasota.
Nice. I love that.
Yeah, man. I just love to. I love to sit back and watch certain brands. Like, there's nothing better than an idea that, right? Like, you may have been driving home, which is a successful restaurant, and said, "Holy shit, we're gonna do St. Pete now." And like, you go to your partners and say, "Hey, we're doing St. Pete," and they're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" But like, if you see it and they don't, sometimes you could like brew that idea. Like, in other words, like, with the art, like, if I have an idea, I have to do it.
Yeah.
Like, if you have an idea that's strong, you have to do it. Even if even though you still had to do it.
Had to do it. For sure. We were a growing
You know what I
company.
mean?
But let me tell you, at that year's Christmas party, we rented out the big room at Eddie V's. My younger partners, my partner's sons, who are great, and they're growing the company. They're actually in control of it now. But they were all rah-rah, and this fresh kitchen and that fresh kitchen. And, the old dog gets up, and what do I say? We lost $3 million on Daily Eats this year. I don't ever want to forget that lesson. $100,000 of my money. And we cannot take anything for granted. As good as we are and as good as the growth trajectory is of our company, we have to learn from our failures. And that's the biggest lesson for me this year, was that restaurant. And, I'm not trying to be a downer, but I want to
Use it as a growth
steep
tool.
the youth leadership of our company in reality, is that nothing is promised.
Yeah.
And so that was
to play devil's advocate to the idea, point that he made, and I had to shut him down the other day.
Any, bro.
Yeah. Well, and that could be a problem sometimes, right? Because like we'll
that's
have ideas like in motion.
And I told him, I said, fuck it, we want to blow this YouTube channel up. I'm walking in naked on my hands and knees into you. And then he shut it down,
So like
That'd be great for you, not so great for all of our guests.
Not getting so great for jail.
Yeah.
So we'll put ideas in motion, but then we'll end up with so many ideas that we can never move all of the ideas
You
forward,
probably
right?
deal with that too, don't
100%.
So
We have
there's sometimes-
whiteboards in every part of our company.
So there's some times where I gotta be like, dude, I'm dialed in on these ideas that we had a couple weeks ago. I'm like chipping away at them. They're starting to gain traction.
Yeah.
They're starting to move, right? Just like a train. A train just,
Right.
moves slowly and then it gets going. So I have to tell him sometimes like, all right, hey, pump it with the ideas. We're moving with these.
Yeah.
And, that way you can
Well,
kind
it
of
takes,
monitor your bandwidth.
Look, ideas are shit. Execution is everything.
Right. Yeah.
Ideas, but if you can't execute them, what do you got?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah,
So, but I love the thought leaders that are constantly
Absolutely.
searching and thinking and
You can't stop my thoughts. You
No. It's not, and it's not to his point. You can't stop it. You don't want to.
A great idea and a terrible idea come from the same place.
Right.
It's from that trying.
Yeah.
And so I love that, and I assert all of our team to be like, I want you following the thought leaders in our industry. Who is leading in food? Where is food going? Like, what is Tampa missing? Like, we're still a new upstart big city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we were a small city.
That's a great question for you.
I'm not telling you.
Well, who's your inspiration?
So I follow a lot of people. Danny Meyer is one of my biggest. I mean, in all, he's, you'd know him from Shake Shack, but he started Union Square Hospitality. And when I was a young man in New York City, he had the hottest restaurant in the city, Union Square Cafe. And so I loved his thoughts. So I would read and watch, and everything he put out, I digested. And that kind of formed who I was, Gramercy Tavern and Park Avalon and all these amazing things that
New York.
kind of shaped how, food was moving. New York's market one.
Yeah.
London, Chicago.
Yeah.
So these are where the thought leaders are. So I follow a lot of people in food, and I see what they're doing, and it sparks an inspiration in me, and then we create something.
Yeah, there's nothing better than an idea that you get through inspiration. The only bad ideas that exist are the ones where people are just ripping and they're taking the idea.
Yeah, they're not doing anything. They're just
not
changing the color scale.
Yeah. Now let's talk. Let's not get into that. It's going to be a positive episode. There's stuff in here to where people have taken things that Jeff has created.
Oh yeah, that's all right. That's the highest
look at
form
my
of flattery,
shirt.
buddy.
I said, Jeff's wearing black tonight. I'm wearing my girl shirt today. I wore the smallest shirt in the class.
That's just because you're all swole up, baby. You look good. You're looking good.
This is what happens when you hit,
You do. You look
when
like
you work
relaxed,
less and you
bro.
work
I
out.
love that.
Yeah,
I hope you're
see?
spending time with your beautiful lady and
man,
enjoying like the world.
Things are good, bro. I remember, I think I talked to you. So a lot of people don't know, Jason Holfish is one of my closest friends. His best friend.
One of my childhood best friends in the world.
He's the
We've been
one.
together for 40 years.
So yeah, Jason Holfish is he's a very unique guy. We'll end up going to his spot at some point. And Jeff's actually partners of that.
That'll be a different talk for all you people.
So yeah, Jason Holfish is a person in the world, and that's why me and Jeff like him. Because no matter how shitty our
it real,
no
man.
matter how shitty our day is, we can call him, and his day is always worse. So so those are the best.
You know,
those are
but
the best
he's
friends.
like
We're gonna
Jerry
clip that
Seinfeld.
for him.
He all he does is complain, but he loves to complain. So it's like his joy.
Yeah.
And so like he, I have that call with him every morning, and my girl will be next to me in bed, and she's like, "Oh Jesus, don't get out of
He's
the room."
never
Like,
heard
she
it,
doesn't want to hear.
yeah.
It.
Yeah.
But he's, we just talk about all the different shit, and I'm like, wait a second, you're in your house that you own cash, driving your cars that you own cash.
Life is beautiful.
Living on beautiful water
Yeah.
and like doing all,
Yeah.
but these people are fucking idiots.
Yeah. Honestly, that's people like lose track of just even the
I'm like,
smallest
I told you, I was
things
like,
that
bro,
they
all
need to
my
be
richest
grateful.
friend don't own their houses cash. Bro.
Right, yeah.
I was like, and here's what I have to say to you, Jason. You're welcome. He loves that.
Hit that.
Yeah, Hopish is he's a unique character. That'll probably be one of the more
And he's
funny-
one of the most talented artists on the planet,
Insane.
along with Skell.
insane.
For those two, and it's
I call on him. Like when I
It's
when
so
I need
funny.
stuff done, I call on him.
So this is something that'll be classic, and he's gonna fucking hate this. So I gotta.
Oh, we
say
get
it.
a good story
Yeah,
on
this
all
is
this?
a good story.
Yes.
So
And then maybe what we can do within this story, once we get the footage of his place, we could pan and show kind of that in this story.
So this just and how perception and perspective is everything. I known Skell for many years. Long before you knew Jason Holfish, right? I knew you before that. No?
Yeah.
Like through Bianca? Or,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know how.
We
I just
met
know that
first.
we met.
We connected.
But we weren't
met
close
first.
or anything. But like I
Yeah.
respected what you were doing. And for me, like
Appreciate that.
marketing was everything.
Appreciate that.
So I was following you,
Uh-huh.
and Holfish is like, "Who's this fucking
Dorky.
dork
Yeah,
that you
yeah, yeah.
follow, fucking Skeldon?"
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I'm like,
You
yo,
would
what
say
it shows?
that.
No,
Yeah, yeah,
it shows Skell on the front of a boat
Yeah,
in
yeah.
this fucking badass robe with like
Yeah.
Gucci slippers
Yeah,
with a
see.
money gun shooting
Yo.
into
Yeah,
the
yeah.
water.
Yo, promo was.
I
That's what
remember
I'm
that
saying.
day.
And he goes, first of all, this guy's not fucking doing anything special. Like, this is all pop art. And
Yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah,
I said, bro, this guy's a marketer. Do you understand? He drives hype. He's awesome. You love it. Well, sure enough, somehow they got together.
Yeah.
And he comes out and he's like, I fucking love this guy.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
amazing. And he's helping us. I was like, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Again.
You can't judge a book.
So
That's when I told him, I said, if you would do more shit like that, the shit you do, you'd have thousands, which he does now,
Yeah, yeah.
60,000.
He went on his deathbed before he did that. Funny addition to that story is, you were the one that made the connect because I was looking for sculptures.
Yes.
I was trying to turn
Yeah,
some
he's
of
like,
my
can
tunes
you
into
guys? I was
sculptures.
like, Jason can do just
So-
like you. He can do anything you want.
Skeltoons.
So I'm a
Yeah,
good
Skeltoons, that's right.
So I'm a good people reader. So like when I got to his place, usually in the art world, it's the same thing. Like people see my very extravagant posts and stuff like that, and they think that I'm a douchebag, but they meet me in person, they love me.
Yeah, Lamborghini all fucking
But that
loaded
works,
up,
right? It's
Bro,
like
it's amazing.
It's like, girl, you have fake tits. Like, show them off a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, things are for what they are. Use it. Use what you got.
He's like, he's selling pieces for thousands. I said, yeah. Maybe people spending their last $5,000 on a piece of artwork that moves them.
Yeah. So
I was like,
show,
we
show
can
up,
do it.
Yeah. So I show up at Grand Theming Studios.
Yeah.
Their spot, and I see this guy, and he's
tatted
I
up.
see the little chip on his shoulder and shit. But people meet me in person, like I kind of come off like I'm cool on Instagram. At least I think that. But in person, I'm fucking goofy. As you
You're
guys
goofy
can
and
probably-
humble, bro.
Yeah.
You're very
so
humble.
I show up and I see he's kind of got like this little chip on his shoulder and shit. And I knew I had to put the extra. I had to caress him a little extra. So by the end of it, bro, like we're sitting on it, and I'm like, he's like, yeah, I hate this shit about art, and I'm like, yeah, and I hate this shit about life. And then I was kind of playing
you
into
guys
it.
were brothers, bro.
And then I noticed, well, I'm not usually like that, but I noticed that like it was getting him fired up. It's kind of like egging him on to keep talking more and more shit. And then by the end of it, I could say, I was like, this guy likes me. And I like him. So like, that's funny.
No, he came out of that meeting, and you know, again, he'd never say, you know what, bro, you're right. That guy's fun. He's like him. He's, you know, it's for, you know, because you were very self-deprecating and like, you know, just talking down on, you know, not blowing yourself up. But he's like, I was like, bro, Skell's fucking real and successful for a reason. It's the hustle that's there. So that was good, man. I was glad you two found. Now they're closer than we are, which I love.
Well,
you guys are more in that.
I like the pass and putt, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It depends.
Well, he does tell me, he goes, yeah, Skell gets mad at me sometimes, you know, I'm too harsh on this and that. I was like, oh, bro, nobody loves walking into a buzzsaw all day long.
We went to start flying goat, and I said, hey, I have this idea for a marketing agency.
Oh, he told you what a stupid idea.
That was so fucking stupid. He said, you have the fucking best life right now. You don't have anyone. Right. He said, you're going to go create more problems. So then like six months in, and like we're killing it already. Yeah. Like we've always been positive, right? I call him and I say,
but that wasn't easy at the beginning, was it?
Fuck no.
No, not
hell no, dude.
No. I said, hey, bitch. I said, want to see my fucking paycheck? He's like, yeah, but are you miserable with the company? I said, yeah, they are kind of a pain in my ass talking about something.
But I'm dealing with it. I got it.
I said, yeah. So, Jeff, we're not going to keep you all day. I have a couple of things to ask you, though.
Yeah, let's go.
A girlfriend for Spencer, first of all. We're looking for a very good woman for Spencer. If you could find one.
That's Cupid Skell. That's his nickname.
Yep.
Okay.
He does this all the time.
Natural features. You know.
All right. Well, my girl's got some beautiful girlfriends, so
and then
we might have to hook that up and move on one night. Yeah.
I'll let you think of a question too, but the last question I have for you is, and I ask everyone this, for the youth, what would it be?
So I kind of talked to that earlier. Be the first in, the last out, and outwork everybody in the room.
Love that.
Secondly, if you're starting something with a partner, a best friend, whatever, memorialize that. And that's as easy as, hey, we had this amazing meeting. You're going to bring X, I'm going to bring Y, and we're going to share in this success. I'm going to send you an email just to make sure I understood exactly what we talked about. And if it is right, just send back saying, yeah, this is right, or send back exactly what you thought. People end up losing fortunes, losing friendships, losing family relationships by communicating in a way that they didn't quite understand exactly what was being said. That's the biggest piece of advice I can give you is memorialize it in writing what you guys are talking about when you're starting something. So this way, once all that money starts falling out of the sky, there's no real fight about exactly who did what and who was getting what. That's the biggest piece of advice I can give.
That last one was a really good one. This selfishly is, you know, something that we're going through currently, has to do with team building.
Yes.
Do you have any advice on the team building topic in terms of business, starting to build the team, finding the right people, motivating them properly, all of the things? I kind of generalized it. Yeah. Anything that comes off the top of the head?
Yeah, so I'll just talk about Next Level Brands and was elevating the culinary landscape of the Tampa Bay area. And we have a whole myriad of things that fall under that subset of a vision of how we get there. So that's our culture. And we hire, fire, and build our company based on that culture. And so that's very important to understand what the company ethos, what your theory is, like what you guys are going to do in actuality of how you're going to do that. And I would put everything, all resource into strengthening that company culture of you guys being together, and you know we're gonna starve together and we're gonna feast together, and this is how we do that. That's the most important time. And there's whole companies that do success mapping and sit with you. They listen to what you guys want to do, and then they tell you how to do it. And shit up on your walls, have that on their phone, have that on emails. Hire speakers to come in and speak to what you guys are doing, because really that is your company. And if you stand for something or stand for nothing. So we stand very hard for, we come from a place of yes, what's the question? Like that's how our hospitality company's built. And every friend was once a stranger. We have a lot of these little unofficial taglines that we live by.
Did you just find a new mentor?
No, I love it. I'm soaking it all in because like what his last point, and then
you were giving him the googly eyes for me.
now, I mean, it's because these are things that I'm actually going through
Yeah.
currently right now. So like I feel it to the core. I feel it in my soul. So everything he's saying, I'm sponging up because it's very, very current for me.
Well, have it, and you're just going to solidify it in writing. You're going to memorialize what it is you guys are building.
Yeah.
And then whenever there's a major rift or there's a problem or, Johnny's not doing what we said, bring him back in that room, put him in front of that board and say, what part of this are you doing or not doing? Because this is the problem we're having.
Yeah.
To that, like we call it the recipe.
Yeah.
It's our recipe of success and it's how we do it. And we even take into account, I'll send it to you so you see how we do it as a hospitality company.
Yeah.
But we take into account investors. Investors is a big part of what we do. I mean, that's the money that drives the engine of all the creativity that we do. But we want to take care of our investors so they're there for the next and next and next. So we have a whole ethos around how we treat them.
Yeah.
And so it's, you put the thought into it now and then you never have to worry about it, but it's something you can measure everything and everyone up against.
Yeah.
Like, are you following the recipe, bro?
Yeah.
Because if you're not, that's why we're having a problem.
Yeah. I think he has been changing and evolving too,
It
and that
does
moving
change.
target
It does.
has
we
been hard.
change it.
Yeah.
We get together every 18 months and say, is this still relevant to where we
Right.
are?
Yeah, you
Because
have
now
to.
we're growing outside of the Tampa Bay area.
Yeah.
So Kent, we've got to kind of change it.
Yeah.
Change our scope on that. But bro, you just like Flying Goat is a living, breathing organism that changes every day. But you're leading that group. So you have to have something for these people to look up to and say, yeah, it's not just Spence and what he says, bro. These are our fundamentals. These are our ideals. Yeah. This is how we're building this company and how we're going to get, like the whole thing with Andrew, and he's really my success map. He's built billion-dollar companies, has 10 offices around the country. I'm going to learn from that guy.
Yeah.
You always want to be in the room with somebody smarter.
Oh, for sure.
So like
And
that's
Andrew's
the
younger
guy.
than you too, right?
Yeah, but a lot.
Yeah.
He's my mentor
Well,
because
our
he's like
culture is-
13 years younger than me. I was like, bro, I don't care where I get it from.
Yeah.
I'm getting it from you. But he's the one that says we're taking that fucking hill. You're either with me or you're not.
Yeah.
And so that's how you got to build your company.
Shout out, Andrew.
I love that.
Yeah,
He's a good dude.
Oh, he's a beast. I'd love you to sit with him.
Yeah. Oh, maybe
He's
we'll
a
set-
different. He's a different
Yeah,
animal.
maybe
bro.
we'll set that up. He's a cool dude. I've only been around when we're drinking and stuff.
No, but he likes you
We're
very
not
much.
talking anything work at that point.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, man, you're awesome, bro. Like,
I hope I make it not to the cutting room floor, but like onto the actual channel.
Yeah, you'll be there.
No, we're gonna have some cool.
We'll
reels.
chop it up too.
Yeah.
We'll have some cool reels.
Well, let
that
us
we'll
know.
do.
We got a few followers in our group, and we'll spread that out.
Yeah,
So
bro. I got
kind
you.
of help
I
your
appreciate
attention
That's
and
the
awareness.
whole point. Yeah, and then I would say to end it, do you want to shout out the dates of your new restaurants opening or anything like that? Or just,
Yeah, so I've been Fortitude. Actually, our open table reservations open this Friday, today at 5 p.m. So what's today's date? The 28th? What's today?
29th?
28th or 9th? 29th.
Yeah.
5 p.m. And our actual open up for general seating that you'll be able to book is June 24th.
Yep.
And then I may or may not have an award-winning country group opening us up.
Let's go.
Very
baby.
cool.
So
very
I
cool.
will let you know, but you'll be hearing that, and I'll have Skel shout that out to the world.
I'm
as soon
showing
as
up
I
with a
book
paint.
them.
I'm showing up with a paintbrush and a canvas. He
Oh
just
yeah,
doesn't know.
baby. Let's go. Let's go.
And then we got the flying goat truck. We're pulling VIP on that baby.
That's it.
But man, if you could, I know Jeff's a busy man. Took time out of his day. I
No,
appreciate
yeah.
that.
Yep.
If maybe like you could just do like maybe like a 1 minute just walk through so he could follow you and get B-roll. Maybe?
Yeah,
What do
happy
you
to.
think? Or what do you?
I'm fine. Well, you
He's maybe like, is the upstairs open?
upstairs is open. Well,
Just
no,
so
it's
they
not
can
open
see
today.
maybe
They
some
can see
B-roll?
that, but yeah,
Maybe
I
if
want
you
to.
have the stock.
I'm
footage.
gonna have our manager there take him around because I got to run
Perfect,
for another
perfect,
thing. But
Yep.
you're welcome to film wherever you want.
Okay.
Get back in the kitchen. Those guys rolling, and
Yeah,
I'll
that
just,
would be. I think
I'll let
stellar for
yeah.
while we're talking. I think it would be.
I will let them know to kind of give you carte blanche on where you want to film. Love you, bro. Always.
Nice.
I
Great
came to you
man.
before